We did it. We did it. 90 subs. They said it couldn't happen. They said no way. They said 89. You're going to be at 89 for 2 months. Well, guess what? Month and a half. So there we go. We did it. Drop the confetti. It is celebration time. Yeah, bring out the champagne, ladies. Oh, yeah, go ahead. All you ladies on the side over there, especially all them hot goth ones, breasts out for your boy. Breasts out for your boy. The viewer doesn't know that there's no women over there, Dad. They believe what I tell them, so stop. There's so many women over there. There's 10 women over there. Anyways, this next campaign that we are reviewing, it has a dungeon master that does everything. He literally does it all. He pulls his own weight in gold when it comes to becoming the ultimate DM. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, it is your boy Kev, the what? The 3DM, your dirty dog dungeon master, coming at you with another episode of Everything Is D&D. Now back to the ultimate DM, not including myself. We're talking about Steve Barkett. He is not only the writer, the director, the producer, the editor. He also stars in this movie, which you can tell once you see, like, oh, this guy is kissing that girl. He must have written this movie himself then. AKA, it means he is the ultimate DM NPC as well. So join us as we journey all the way to hell and back in this 1991 fantasy action horror film known as Empire of the Dark. Why? Because everything is D&D. So we open up and we are immediately hit with some sort of cult ritual of some sort.
Bring me your bride and infant son at the appointed time so we can prepare them for it.
And after yelling out to Malleus, whatever that is, we get this cult guy who looks just like my dad. He pulls out a dagger and he's ready to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I will do your bidding!
He says something along the lines of, this is the 20th bride, the 20th woman. We need her to die. And then he fucking licks the blade. So hell yeah, he is a lot like my father. Holy shit. And just like that, demon. We are then introduced to our hero of the story, Officer Richard Flynn.
Angela, you're driving me crazy. Now, 24 hours ago, you said you could never see me again. Now, what's going on?
Sounds like a real ladies' man. She needs him. She's begging for him.
Richard, I've got to see you right away.
I know exactly how that feels, Richard. Oh, shut up, Dad. Yes, I do. You shut up. Yes, I do, Richard. Yes, I do. And while Richard and Angela are planning to meet up, unbeknownst to Richard, someone sneaks up behind her and wraps their hands around her neck. Sneak attack!
Angela?
Stealth roll 20.
Angela! Angela!
Richard, help me!
Richard, shoot the fucking door! Must be a level 15 fighter, because he gets 3 attacks off right there out of nowhere. Just bam, bam, bam! Shoots the door so many times. Okay, hell yeah, dude. Like a badass, actually. I take back what I said. It was fucking badass. Like a hero, he rushes in. And he fucking murders that guy, so hell yeah, Richard, I like that. There's not a lot of asking questions first, which granted, he is going up against demons, but it's a lot of just run in and shoot this guy, run in and stab that guy. He's my kind of hero. I like it. So Angela, she's screaming out for help. She's like, help me, Richard, help me. Richard can't find her. Low perception check. Can't find her. Until Richard starts shooting all these demons. I think they're demons, I'm guessing, but he just starts fucking shooting them all. Hell yeah. And then he rushes in. He's got to find Angela. To be honest, I have no fucking idea what's going on. This is either like a doorway or a portal to hell. This cultist has brought her down here. They need to kill 20 brides, 20 women, I guess, for some reason. I don't know. But Richard, he doesn't even seem like startled or confused by all of this. He never stops to look around like, what the hell's going on? He's just straight pedal to the metal, fucking rushes in, gun out, shooting demons because he knows he's got to save Angela. He's a fucking hero. And once again, we have my dad, the cultist guy who's about to stab her. He's holding the blade up above her like this. And no joke, like 5 minutes of like movie time passes by and he's still just doing that.
Richard! Richard! Help me!
Like, a minute goes by and it's like an inch down. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know if it has to be the right time to do it. I have no idea. But he takes so long to fucking do this. And oh shit, I was so worried about Angela, I didn't even realize there's a fucking little baby right down there that they're gonna sacrifice as well. Where is this taking place? On Epstein's Island? And what next? Is Richard gonna go into another cave where Stephen Hawking's gonna be in there, his little crippled body in a wheelchair, where he's making little people do math equations up on a board that are way too high for them? No, but of course we get this rickety old ship bridge that goes over a canyon in hell. Because why not? Why wouldn't hell have this old rickety ship bridge, I guess? All right. My dad, cultist guy, is still slowly preparing to stab this woman, but not quite ready to do it yet, so we got that going on. And that is how we know it's not my real dad. My real dad would have already have done this, gone outside to smoke a few times, and then complained about the weather. So this is clearly not my real dad. And Angela, she's yelling out. She's like, you gotta save my baby. We gotta save my baby. And I don't know why this part is funny, but it is.
Save my baby!
I only have one more bullet!
Well, looks like, Richard, you got yourselves in a bit of a pickle here. You only got one bullet left. You got 2 sacrifices about to be made. You only got 1 bullet. Unless you can curve it like in Wanted, how the hell are you going to save them both? So we got one cultist about to stab the baby. We got my dad cultist guy about to stab the woman. And much like that scene in Batman Forever, when he can only save one of them, what's he gonna do? Richard, which one are you gonna save? And all I can think about is, you know, maybe if you didn't use all your goddamn bullets on that door earlier, Richard, maybe you could have saved them both. Why'd you shoot the door 3 times right up close next to it? Like, why the fuck did you shoot the door 3 times, Richard? Anyways, Richard, he runs in. He starts whipping all these cultist asses. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, Angela's dead, but the baby is safe. So, you know, there's some good news there, I guess. Thank Palor. Thank Palor that the baby lives. And right as the portal or doorway to hell, whatever it is, starts to close, Richard makes his escape. Crossing over the rickety-ass bridge one more time. Of course, we need that. This set costs money. That rickety bridge costs money. We got to show it as much as possible in this movie. And with no seconds to spare, Richard makes the escape. What a fucking hero. Give it up. Give it up for Richard. Give it up for Richard, Dad. Someone buy Richard a beer. Someone. Hey, one of you ladies, suck Richard's dick. Or just buy him a beer. Just buy him a beer. Somebody suck his dick before I do. And now we fast forward 20 years.
Richard, sweetheart.
We got Richard. He's got some sweet tits. He's got a mustache now. Hell yeah. And apparently a new woman.
No, I just don't understand how you can be so cheerful so early in the morning.
Richard, you fucking dog. And now they're training with swords. So hell yeah. Training with swords.
Frank! You're a little rough today.
I got carried away. Sorry.
For some reason.
Yes, I know. And that's why I'm mad about you.
And what about Stacy?
Well,
And then we find out that Richard is no longer on the police force. Instead, he is now a private investigator, and he spends his time catching the world's most wanted people.
Well, I guess you know he's no longer on the force. In fact, now he makes his living going after most wanted criminals for bounty.
And why does this happen? Like, why does he do that? I don't... All right. Then, after dropping his wallet on the floor, it opens up, and he sees a picture of Angela, the one that got away. The one that the cultists killed, the one that he was unable to save. And we get a flashback. And like I said, if you needed proof that the guy playing Richard also was the writer and director and editor and producer, this guy gets to bang a lot of chicks and hang out with a lot of good-looking women in this movie, and here's more proof of that.
I've got to talk to you.
But enough of me being mean. That doesn't mean Richard's not a good guy or a good actor in real life or a cool guy. Maybe she's really into him. Maybe she likes his big hairy tits and that thick-ass neck and his barrel-chested body. He kind of looks like the child predator guy from Beetlejuice and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And
This is the last time we'll be together.
did I mention that neck? And during the flashback, we learn that Angela was actually supposed to be marrying someone named Brian.
I'm going to marry Brian.
I can't believe you're saying this. You know no one will ever love you as much as I do.
This upsets Richard.
Please, don't marry Brian Devery. He's not what he appears to be. In that religious group he hangs out with, there's something very wrong about that whole setup.
Richard knows. He's like, hey, Brian's into some weird shit. He's into this weird cult. He goes to an island with a bunch of millionaires and billionaires, and I don't know what's going on in that island. Fucking Brian hangs out with this fucking scientist in a wheelchair who gets off on making little people do math equations that are high up on a board that they can't reach. It's a crazy island, I hear. But anyways, Richard's like, Brian's into some weird shit. I don't want you to get caught up in all that cult stuff. And so he fucks her. Hell yeah, dude. And why not? Hero point, why not? And back to the present time, 20 years after Angela was murdered. And now we're introduced to the baby. That little baby grew up. He's 20 years old. And now he has a sweet mustache, just like Richard. Huh, interesting.
That's about the most incredible story I think I've ever heard.
I know it is, Eddie. I don't blame you if you don't believe it. But...
And he does a little investigation of his own. You see, with the natural 20 investigation / history check, I'd allow it. He finds out, he's like, hey, look at these two guys here. We got Kevin's cultist dad, and we got this other cultist guy, Brian, a.k.a. Angela's husband.
Head of the cult that killed your mother. Isn't that Brian Devery next to him, your father?
Yeah.
But both of them have been dead for 20 years.
They didn't have cars like that 20 years ago, did they? And that's how long those guys have been dead.
But look at the car in the photograph. That's a new car. How can they be photographed with a car that just came out if they died 20 years ago? And that's when we find out that the baby, a.k.a. Terry, just took this photo last week. The fuck is going on? I need a drink. Need a drink. Thank you, Dylan, aka Fornicator, for this mug. After this week, I will go back to hating you, Fornicator, for sleeping with my wife. I know you slept with my wife. I've seen the pictures. You're just like Richard, man. You're just like Richard and I'm Brian, huh? Is that how it is? But the craziness doesn't stop there. Yeah, like we said, he took this photo 2 weeks ago. Like... What? What the fudge? Are you fudging me right now? How deep are you in my fudge hole right now? Are you fudging my fudge hole right now, dude? Terry, what the fudge, dog? And now we find ourselves at the grocery store. Just at the grocery store. Why? Because Richard is hunting the world's most wanted criminals, and one of those most wanted criminals just went into the grocery store. What, you think Richard's not gonna follow him in there? But before we know it, we get a full-on gun battle right in the middle of the grocery store. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. We got civilians, boxes of cereal. It's so dangerous. So we got Richard, we got the fugitive guy, we got his police buddy, and then we got 20-year-old Terry with the mustache. They're all in the grocery store right now. And they're all just like firing guns off in every direction. They don't give a fuck at all what they're hitting. If they could hit somebody, they don't care. They just run around falling, shooting guns for like the next 20 minutes. Like, no one gives a shit if there's a civilian in danger or if a child gets hit. No one, they literally don't care at all. Kind of like it, kind of fun. But this part is bullshit. So we got like demons, we got the cults, we got our main guy here getting all these chicks. I can buy into all this stuff, okay? I'll buy into that. Time travelers, future cars and photographs. I'll buy into that. But who the fuck does this guy think he is? The Terminator? Why does he hold the shotgun like that and fire it? You can't do that. You can't do that. No way in hell do I buy him firing that shotgun. Deception check. Natural one. Natural one deception check with yo ass. I don't buy it. No chance. Insight. The 3DM's rolling insight over here. Don't buy it. They fire off like 40 shots at each other. None of them hit. None of them ever hit. Acrobatics check. Makes no sense why he did that, but it rules. Hell yeah. Dozens of shots, 0 reloads, 0 hits. Richard is like fucking shooting over children and shit. There's like a kid in the aisle and he's just like, get down, and then fucking blasts like a foot above her head. It hits nothing but cereal. So hell yeah.
Get down!
And he does all this. Like, people are ducking behind shopping carts. Like, that's gonna help. And they... it's insane. This is an insane scene. I love it. This part pisses me off, though. Like, this lady... So fucking dumb. Why? No one's gonna... Why would you do that? No one does that. No one has ever done that. No one goes up to like a school shooter and just tugs on their coat. Like, no one's gonna go up to someone shooting up a grocery store and pull on their coat. Why would you do that? It's safe to say intelligence was probably her dump stat. Let's just be honest. Fuck it. I'm glad this guy shotgunned her down. I hate this lady. She shouldn't have done that. I'm on this guy's side now. Great. You turned me against Richard. I hope you're happy, lady. And now the dude has a hostage. So great. Now he's got a hostage. Richard is having Angela flashbacks. That's not good. So this is bad. This is very bad. Things are not going good.
Come and get me and watch me blow this kid's brains all over the wall.
Not going well. Not going well at all. And the bad guy is like...
Put your guns down and the kid lives. Let the kid go.
And then Richard is like, no, don't put your fucking gun down, Eddie. Which is just, I just love the idea of them all yelling at each other.
I'm not kidding, motherfucker! Put the gun down! Eddie, don't put your gun down. Let the kid go!
And then the 20-year-old kid throws a loaf of bread. Why? I know it works in the movie, but why would that happen? Why would you just pick up the loaf of bread and throw it? That makes no sense at all. And then they all just start fucking firing off guns in every direction. That kid should be dead. That child should have gotten their head blown off because of fucking bread thrower over here. Horrible hostage negotiation skills. I hate them all at this point. I really want to like Richard, but at this point, I'm still on the bad guy's side. And then I don't know if the loaf of bread was like a loaf of true strike, because all of a sudden everyone can hit shots again. So we get the loaf of bread goes flying, everyone can finally hit, they fire a million shots off and kill the bad guy. Hell yeah, good job. And then they talk shit.
It looks good down there.
That's where it belongs.
Nobody should be talking shit. Nobody. Like, people died here. People died here. You guys sucked ass at every part of this. And some of this is your fault. Like, there's no celebration. There was nothing heroic here that was done. Like, they're just amateurs. I'm embarrassed for them. I'm quite embarrassed for them. And then that is when Richard realizes that the bread tosser is Terry Nash, aka that baby from 20 years ago, Angela's son. He's like, holy shit. But he's pissed off about it. He doesn't want to talk to this baby, so he leaves.
Hello.
What a hero. What a paladin. Dumbass. What a good guy. Dumbass. What? Fucking leaves. Just fucking leaves. And then Richard, he has a dream that Angela's reaching out to him, telling him that when he awakes, he needs to come find her and save her. And he's probably like, well, where are you? And she's like, well, I'm in the only place where anything happens, that cave in hell. So I'm sure we'll be there for the last third of the movie.
What was that?
And I don't know, we have a couple that are just making out in the woods. So hell yeah, I like that. What in the actual fuck? What was that? A giant-ass fucking demon out of nowhere. Hell yes. And I can't tell if this thing is like 20 feet tall or 8 feet tall. If he's a giant. He looks like he's like 30 feet tall. So hell yeah. Yeah, so not good. We got demons on the loose, I guess. So that's not good. Sorry, Richard. Not good. And then Terry Nash, he immediately wakes up in a cold sweat. There's been a murder. So apparently he knows when murders happen.
Hello, Eddie? This is Terry. There's been another murder.
He's like a clairvoyant. Okay, all right, I can buy that. I have no idea what's going on in this movie still, but I love it, so hell yeah, let's continue on. So our hero, Richard, he stops, he pulls over, he's gonna help this lady with car problems, because if we know our hero, Richard, he's probably gonna fuck her, because that's just what happens when you write and direct the movie.
Having some trouble?
Yes, I know nothing about cars.
And then after popping the hood... Typical woman, am I right? Am I right? Can't trust him, can you, Richard? Can't trust him. Typical woman. I'm joking. I'm just joshing. Oh, great. And now we got ring wraiths coming to attack him. How's Richard gonna get out of this one? And holy shit, Richard. He actually runs out of ammo here. I didn't know that was gonna happen. But thank Pelor, Richard finds his sword. And thank Pelor, he's been practicing with the sword his free time as well, because it's really going to come in handy right here. I don't know what is so funny about the way this guy runs, but every time he runs, it's so damn funny and I love it. And throughout the movie, when he does like action parts, he does like this little hop step thing. And it's so fucking funny. I love it. So hell yeah. Shout out to this guy. Actually, I saw that the actor, writer, director guy died. So rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, dude. I could literally watch Richard run this entire movie and never get tired of it. Holy shit, look how far he flings that fucking sword. Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully that tree's not an ent, because now he's got a fucking sword. The action scenes in this movie shouldn't be this long or this entertaining, but they're fun. Hero point. Hero point. So hell yeah, this guy rules. Richard is definitely winning me over with his mustache and his barrel-chested hairy tits. I love this guy now. He's definitely winning me over. However, even with that photograph, they fail to convince Richard that this cult leader's still alive. And so he leaves. The party is disbanded once again. And then we find ourselves back in hell where one of the cult guys is getting his ass whipped for losing to Richard. Yeah, they just beat the shit out of this guy. They're like, you can't beat this barrel-chested, hairy-titted guy 9-on-1 in a sword fight? Well, yeah, you're dead then, loser. Dipshit, dumbass, minion. You'd never be invited to the island, you fucking loser. But then, out of nowhere, Richard starts believing what's happening. He's like, okay, yeah, I do believe it. Okay? He's like, 20 years later, it's all happening again. So he just believes it now. So hell yeah, thank Balor he does.
Hear me, Malleus. I have another plan. One I believe will please you.
I don't know what any of this means, but does not sound good. And I love this line. I don't know why, just the delivery of it is super funny to me. So hell yeah.
I had the distinct displeasure of knowing Terry's father on a very intimate basis. In fact, I killed him just as he was about to slit young Terry's throat.
And then we get hit with the huge bombshell. Sit down. For real, I need y'all to sit down. It turns out that Terry Nash, the kid with the mustache that looks exactly like Richard, it turns out he is actually the son of Richard. And after the secret is out, even though anytime it's mentioned to anyone, they're like, yeah, we knew that already. Like Terry's like, yeah, I knew that the whole time. So apparently Terry knew the whole time. He's like, yeah, I knew. Sister Wendy, not Sister Wendy, I don't know her name. Sister Wendy's that art nun lady. I don't remember who it is. Whatever the sister nun lady's name is, she told him. Terry's like, yeah, I already knew because she told me, because Angela told her. And then there's like a psychic lady who tells people later. So like everyone knows that Terry is Richard's son, except for Richard. And then later on, even Richard's like, yeah, I knew. Okay, cool, dude. And then the father and son duo both confess that they believe that Angela is in fact still alive because they're both having dreams about her. Although Richard's dreams are probably a little bit different. His are probably more wet and sweaty with his sweet tits, and he's just banging Angela all night, and I fucking love it. Because the son dreams about events before they happen, he said. And he also awoke that one time and he knew there was a murder. He's like, oh, there was a murder. So he's some sort of clairvoyant, I guess. That's pretty cool stuff. And then they go speak to the psychic, aka exposition dump lady. And they find out that everything is D&D. No, they find out that everything is in increments of 20. 20 years later, 20 women, 20 sacrifices, 20 years since I've been laid. And once the 20th girl has been sacrificed, they will only have 24 hours to save Angela and Terry, because the cult needs to sacrifice Angela and Terry, but it has to be 24 hours after the 20th bride has been sacrificed for some reason. I don't know why. And before leaving, the psychic lady, she tells Richard, she says, you need to be ready. You need to prepare yourself for the fight against the demons and the cultists. And then the very next scene, this lady goes in to visit the psychic. I have no idea why this happens, but apparently this lady was visiting the psychic, and at some point, she has to call Richard because Richard comes and shows up. And why the fuck does he do this?
Hold it. Oh my God. It's all right.
He kicks the fucking door in. If you just got called here to this house, then clearly you know someone's there. Why do you kick the fucking door in? The girl that called you is right inside. She's sitting on the couch 2 feet away from the door. The door is made up of all windows. You can look through it and see the girl. Why'd you kick the fucking door into this dead lady's house? You're not a hero, Richard. That's not what heroes do. But there is something behind your ear, Richard. Hero points. And then he goes back to sword fight. He's like, yeah, we gotta train with sword. Hey, you heard the psychic, bitch. We gotta train with swords. Sword training. So fuck yeah, this movie rules. I fucking love it. Clearly, the actor, writer, director just likes swords, so he's like, we gotta put that in the movie as much as possible. Shit, they probably had clips of him training with swords before this movie was even an idea. They're like, fuck it, just put the clips in the movie. And like, the guns seemed to work just fine. Like, he ran in and shot and killed all these demons. They seem to work just fine. I don't know why they're like, no, we gotta use swords. We gotta use swords. Fuck it, it's way too easy for Richard if he has a gun. We need swords. So it is sword time. Actually, allow me to rephrase that. Sacred steel time. So to fight demons, they have a priest bless all their weapons, their swords and shit. It's pretty cool. It's kind of fun. Smart, actually. Genius. Genius, Richard. Who would have known that beneath that barrel-chested set of hairy tits was the heart of a champion genius? Richard, you son of a bitch. I am joining you, Richard! Sacred Steel time! This movie really is fucking awesome. Those fucking swords, the cross swords, hell yeah, fucking awesome. And I like that ass in sweatpants. And now, after just a little quick nap ski from Richard, the ringwraiths are attacking the cabin. And of course, typical demon hags and their demon tricks. I have seen this demon hag trick so many times before.
I've come to take you with me.
And it would have worked on me. It works every time on me. Every fucking time it works. I didn't even want to go to the island. They tricked me onto the island. I didn't even want to go. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves because Richard has a few tricks of his own. Dude, this shit is so fucking funny. I love you, Richard. This is so fucking good. So good. He's going to blend in with the demon wraiths by wearing this shitty robe that he had on. Like, I was wondering why after the sword training, he's just sitting on the deck and he's wearing this shit-ass robe. I was thinking, like, why the fuck does he have that on? He's never worn that robe before. He doesn't even, like, what's the point of him having this fucking robe on now? And now we know. It all makes sense. Everything is there for a reason. And finally, oh, yes, I love when a plan springs into motion. Why the fuck didn't you just stab the demon, Richard? Fuck, dude. I love you so much, and I'm defending you, but you're frustrating, dude. He just gives that little ass... Just fucking stab him, dude. Why? Fucking dumbass. God damn it, Richard. Why do the demons even have swords anyways? None of them are... None of them can sword fight. None of them have won any sword fights. They all lose and get their ass whipped. It's constantly like 10 on 1 and they all lose. Why even have swords at that point? Like, they're constantly getting their ass whipped by Richard. So why use them? After Terry and Eddie get their ass whipped by that demon hag, they kind of luck into killing her, so congratulations to them, I guess. They killed the evil demon hag off. Hell yeah. Y'all been zapped. And then Richard tackles one of the demons into the water. Oh, Richard. Come on. Come on, Richard. Come on, Richard. Where are you? Richard! Come on! You son of a bitch, Richard, please. Come on. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it! Yes! And then Richard opens the door to his house. He looks like he just got done chain smoking with my dad. And for some reason, it's just nighttime now. So hell yeah, dude. And then we learn the bad news. Turns out the demons kidnapped Terry. Hey, why do they leave Eddie alive? They're there to kill everyone and everything except Eddie. They just choke Eddie out with a rope and they leave and take Terry, but Eddie's still alive.
Eddie! Eddie!
Richard then makes his way down the cliffside carrying his bag of swords. He's gonna go into the cave and follow through the doorway to hell to get Angela and his son Terry back. Like a true paladin. Wait, when the fuck did he get a rifle? Why not just use that the whole time then, Richard? Why are you training with swords? Clearly the gun works just fine and you have a fucking rifle the whole time, dude? What was the point of the swords? Like, why do we need a training montage with swords and zero mention of this rifle? Doesn't matter. And once again, this movie clearly loves that rickety-ass bridge because we get another shot of Richard going over the bridge. It is seriously in this movie like 4 or 5 times, and it's never like a quick shot. It's always Richard and the demons. They run like halfway across the bridge. They stop. They look both ways. You get shots from below, from far out. It's never a quick shot. It's a big part of this movie. Hey, Bridge, you got something behind your ear, dog. Hero point. And once again, this is just Richard walking funny. I love that. Hell yeah, Richard. And as Richard makes his way into the demonic cult cave, the demons, the cultists, they surround him. But this is Richard we're talking about. You think Richard gives a fuck about demons and cultists? You think any number of them stand a chance against Richard? He's got a fucking gun now. Dude straight up shoots all of them from this one spot. He doesn't even move from this spot. He's shooting demons up high, shooting them off cliffs. He's aiming down, shooting at them in like valleys below him. He shoots at least 30 of them from this spot, from all angles, all elevations. Fucking Richard has done it again, my friend. No demons are safe. Doesn't matter where you are. You on the bridge? Good. Bam. Dead. Divine Smite. Yeah. Shot that fucker's head off. That's what Divine Smite does. Shoots his head off. And it doesn't even matter if he runs out of bullets, because look how strong this fucking kick is. That's from the ground. From the ground, he kicked him, made the guy fall back, jump, leaping off a cliff into the lava. That's how powerful one of Richard's kicks are. Fucking badass. He even swings from a rope here. Why do they show the rickety bridge right here? It's not even part of the scene. It's Richard swinging from a rope. We didn't need to see the bridge. And now he's trying to wake up his son. He's yelling out for his son to wake up.
Hurry! Wake up, son! Wake up!
But nothing he does is working until... Getting stabbed. Okay. All right, so there we go. That was the key to waking up Terry, I guess. Getting stabbed in the same spot. I haven't mentioned it, but in this movie, anytime Richard gets an injury, it's in the same fucking spot on his shoulder, and they just rip the shirt open and throw like red paint in there. There's never a wound or anything. It's just red splash on the ripped shirt. Hell yeah, I love it. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but yeah, this fucking movie rules. Hell yeah. And now they're just all running around like Scooby-Doo again. There's like 5 spots in this cave where they battle and do scenes, and they use them each like 10 times. Fucking knew it. Knew it. But what I didn't know, what none of us could know, is that it was Terry's time now. To cross the bridge, of course. Like, I wonder if it's in their contracts where it's like, okay, we're gonna do this movie. Anyone can pick any number of times they want to cross the bridge, and no matter what, we have to put it in the movie. Any number you want, put it down. You can cross the bridge that many times in the movie, and it has to make it in. I bet my life that that is in the contract. Divine Smite! And back over the bridge, of course. Thank God. Thank you, Baylor. Thank fucking God that the bridge has collapsed. Please. Please let this be the end of the fucking bridge. Please. This movie would be like 30 minutes shorter if we didn't have all the extra bridge scenes. But okay, moving on. The bridge is done. The bridge is done. It's in the past. And according to the rules of this movie, we won't have any more bridges for another 20 years when it all starts over again. I love this part right here. Richard, he looks on the ground, okay? He sees one of his sacred steel blessed swords on the ground. And then he runs back into the cave holding his rifle, shooting the demons. Fucking awesome. And now, father and son are reunited, ready to kick some ass. And you can tell that Richard is fucking pumped up right here because we get a new move from him. A move we've never seen before. Quite frankly, I didn't even know he could do this. Who knew that Richard possessed the power of a flying kick like that? Badass. Fucking legend. And now Richard's yelling out in pain. He's actually getting his ass whipped by this demon in a Halloween mask. Not looking good. And Terry's nowhere to be found. Help your father, Terry. Your father woke you up. Your father saved you. You need to go save him. Save Dad. Dude, no, no fucking way. The bridge was destroyed. There's no fucking way. We saw it get destroyed. Did we not? Did I make that up? Am I seeing shit? Did I just see what I wanted to see? Did we not witness the bridge get destroyed? Why the fuck is it back? Why do we need more bridge scenes? Or maybe it was divine intervention. Because thank Pelor that bridge was back. Because Terry was able to run back over it, and now Richard is saved, and the two of them can go on and save Angela. Okay, whose hands are those? Every time they show her from this angle, there's a set of hands behind her. Whose hands are those? Are they idle hands? Because idle hands are the devil's playthings. Okay. And then Richard kisses Angela. I'm surprised they didn't fuck right there on the spot. I'm surprised Richard didn't carry her body to the bridge and fuck her on that bridge. But yes, Richard kisses her quite beautifully and awakens her from her sleeping spell. And now, Terry gets Angela the hell out of there because it is time for the final showdown. Richard versus the head of the cult guy. I think his name was Arkham. I don't remember. But the guy who looks like my dad, that cult guy. Aw, come on, that's not fair. Richard didn't know you could do that. You can't just do lightning shit like that. That's not fair. Oh, Richard can't win. This is bullshit. This is stupid. I'm done now. This is so dumb. It's not fair. It's not fair to Richard. It's not fair to the audience that he has those powers. It's bullshit. However, with some quick thinking and the power of Pelor.
Really think that thing can hurt me?
This one can.
Richard fucking did it. That son of a bitch. But that was way too simple, wasn't it? Wasn't it just way too simple? Could this truly be over? Is this the end? Of course not. What the fuck is that thing? Run, Richard! Run! Get the fuck out of there, Richard. And then this guy, who I completely forgot was even in the movie. I don't even think I showed him in any of the clips. I think his name is Dr. Zohan. I could be wrong. But he runs in and he like saves Richard. He starts shooting at the demon. He's like, Richard, get out of here. Which I don't remember who this guy is, so it doesn't mean anything to me. It just is like a random guy. So it could have been more emotional and heartfelt if it was like a different character, one that meant something. But there's only like a throwaway line where they're like, oh yeah, Dr. Zohan's missing. I don't even remember who he is. Okay, what the fuck is that even? Hell yeah. Rest in peace, Dr. Zohan, if that was your name. And now Richard, he calls up Eddie. He's like, Eddie, hit the timer. Which I don't remember them placing explosives all throughout this cave, but apparently they did at some point. And Eddie's like, no, I ain't gonna fucking do it. You're in there, dude. And Richard's like, just hit the timer, Eddie. Just hit the fucking timer.
No, Eddie, no!
So Richard, he quickly tries to make his escape, but the big demon thing is chasing after him, and it is not looking good. And I gotta say, I'm actually quite surprised that they didn't show Richard getting chased by this demon while he ran across that bridge. The fact that they didn't show the bridge now blows my mind. Instead, though, we do get to see this little cute video of Richard doing little bunny hops out of the cave. Where he's like, hop, hop. And it's fun. It's cute. I like it. Hell yeah.
There he is.
And the demon is like way too big to get out of the cave, I guess. Even though we saw him get out and attack that couple earlier, now he's too big to get out. He can't do anything. He's like reaching his arm out. Doesn't do any good. They blow the cave up. Everything blows up. Richard is safe. We get a happy ending. Cultist dead. Demon's dead. Cave blown up. And now, finally, Richard gets to kiss his lady. Oh shit! A final attack! Okay, what in the fuck? Why does the sword fly out of his hand? And why does it land like that? And why does he run towards it while getting shot in the back like that? And why does Richard have a different colored shirt on in these shots? It couldn't have been that hard to get a plain black t-shirt for this scene, could it? No, we gotta use blue. You don't understand, we gotta use blue for this one. There's no possible way we could find another plain black t-shirt and film it from 50 feet away up in the air. There's no way we can do that. And then as the cultist is dying, Richard delivers one last ass kicking.
In the unlikely event that you boys should ever be back, we'll be ready. We'll always be ready.
And that's it. That's the movie. That is Empire of the Dark. And I don't know. It's not like a super great movie, but I love it. It's a ton of fun. The guy who stars in it and wrote it, directed it, did everything, he fucking rules. I love him. Richard, he's awesome. There's a lot of heart and charm in it. It's kind of wholesome in ways. It's just, I fucking love it. Hell yeah, dude. I love seeing this unlikely looking hero guy get to do like running around and jumping, rolling, doing action shots, because he just looks like someone's dad who should be like outside chopping wood or something. And he's just fucking awesome. I love him. It looks like when he's not doing this, he's driving a school bus or something. He fucking rules. Rest in peace, guy. Rest in peace. So yeah, that was our movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies so far. I don't know if anything will ever beat Tammy and the T-Rex, because that was insane. But this movie was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it. You should watch it. Where? For free on Tubi, because every movie that I review will always be on Tubi. If I can't find it on Tubi, then I'm not reviewing it. That's just a rule. So thank you so much for joining us this week on Everything Is D&D. If you want to join the adventuring party, you can do so by subscribing to the channel and leaving a fun little comment and giving us a thumbs up and all that cool stuff. We have made it to 90 subs finally, which is not a lot at all. There's like nowhere to go but up. So yeah, so we made it to 90 subs, which is like such a small, tiny little number. Tiny like my little peepee. But for us, we've been at 89 for so long that it's just like, it's kind of nice to see a new number. So hell yeah. So once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for Everything Is D&D. And it is your boy Kev the 3DM. Say what?